Hi guys, um, welcome back. Actually, I just finishing a video from the demons possession, um, drugs, and the incident that happened in Miami videos. So if you haven't seen those, please check those out. Actually, I also want to discuss some more about certain demon activity that is taking place in our world today, and it's starting out now. And just to let you know, because I was told by July that the man of perdition, which is mentioned in the Bible, as we know as the Antichrist or the false Messiah, that is to rule the world and deceive the world, um, and to have his headquarters in Jerusalem, is to appear sometime. I'm not going to give any dates, but it's supposed to be sometime this year, sometime during the summer this year. And but that's all I have to say about that. Um, but by the end of this year, there is going to be some great changes, because as you know, that there's a big talk about December 21st, 2012, about that there's going to be many great changes, and a lot of these changes is going to be a lot of satanic, demonic activity, which I have mentioned earlier in my other videos. Now, what I want to talk about here is this comes from the Bible, from Numbers 13. Now, this is from the Hebrew Old Testament Bible, and I think it has a better translation to about what this story says, and what that the spies. If you remember, let me back up a little bit. If you remember the story in the Numbers 13, where Moses named some men that were to spy out the land that was given to them by God. You know, God says to go in and take the land. But there were people there that were occupying the land in the land of Canaan. These were Canaanites. Actually, by name, they were the children of Anak, Anak. Now, as I read further, I'll explain here. I'm going to start here, basically where I'm trying to illustrate this video. Let me start. Where do I start? Okay, let me start at 28. Howbeit the people that dwell in the land are fierce. The cities are fortified, and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. Now these were the spies that were sent out. And this was the report that they brought back and made the people afraid. Okay, Amalek dwelt in the land of the south, and the Hittite, and the Jebusite, and the Amorite dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanite dwell by the sea, and along by the side of the Jordan. Now Caleb stilled the people towards Moses, and said, We should go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. But the men that went up with him said, We are not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. And they spread an evil report of a land which they had spied out unto the children of Israel, saying that the land through which we have passed to spy it out is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof. You see, and all the people that we see in it are men of great stature. And there we saw the Nephilim, the son of Anak, Anak. Now remember that name, Anak. Who come of the Nephilim. These are the fallen ones, the children of the fallen ones. And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, so we were in their sight. These were giants. These were the giants at that time And if you want to go back and read the account in Genesis 6, that's been mentioned a lot. That tells about how the sons of God wanted to take wives, the daughters of men, and they took who they chose, and they had children by them, and these were the giants. Now, here's the Hebrew name of Anak, the meaning and the etymology, or the meaning of the names. Anak and his descendants, the Anukim, are a tall and numerous people, reckoned among the Nephilim, which was in Numbers 13, which I just read to you, verse 33, and the Raphaim, which is Deuteronomy 2:10. The name of the father of Anak is Arba, and his city is Hebron, which was given to Caleb, and you can read that account in Joshua 15:13. Caleb drove out the three sons of Anak. And perhaps, again, there were three subdivisions of the Anakim, whose names were Shisai, Ahaman, and Talmai, which you can also read that in Joshua 15:14. And there was other related people in the land as the Zumin and the Emin, and those were the giants. Some say they were, some say they weren't, but I'll check that later. What I'm trying to get at is like some things that have come out today recently, and so this is just some information that is connected to what I need to talk about here. But I'll just leave a link and you can read the rest of this about the origin of the name Anak. Okay, this was a definition of the Nephilim in the Bible, a Hebrew word of known meaning, denoting people of gigantic stature and superhuman strength. And the term translated as giants in the Authorized Version. And in the book of Genesis refers to the Nephilim as the offspring of the marriage between the daughters of humans and the sons of God. And Enoch, according to the folk tradition in the Bible, as an ancestor of the Anakim, a tribe of giants inhabiting Hebron and its vicinity at the time of the Israelite conquest of Canaan. Arba is cited as Anak's father, and Ahiman, Shisai, and Ptolemy was all his sons. So I read that before that. So I just repeated everything again. Okay, now this page, I need to mention, because there was some information that I had mentioned before in that previous video under the depossession drugs. Well, the Star Wars film depicts a new age Messiah, and you think that George Lucas didn't know his stuff when he created the characters and created the movie Star Wars. I need to do research on this guy and check out a little bit about his background. But he's not, the way I understand, he was raised a Christian and Methodist, but he turned to some other kind of New Age religion. So you see what he's into. There is a lot of New Age theology that is in the film Star Wars. I would advise a lot of people who have seen the Star Wars films, or who are so enthused about the Star Wars film or anything about Star Wars, I would say depart from this, because it is an indoctrination film. It is to indoctrinate you into the New World Order, to deceive you. And the word animism, I'll spell it animism, and I was wanting to know what that was earlier, but here it is. It is a theory of the existence of a principle or force inseparable from matter to which all life and action are attributable. And pantheism is the doctrine that the force totals the whole of the universe and is God. Actually, the force is what witches use the term as force, um, which is what's behind the force is demonic spirits, the spirit world, and Satan, and all of it. So all of this stuff is just New Age. And we need to depart from having anything to do with this, ever. It says the New Agers believe that Jesus was a divinely born master who was sent to a place of distinction to live among other masters, which is a lie. And he's above all of them, really. He's the God who created. Was Buddha an actual man or Christian? You know, I think these people were. He was the one that created them, and so they were no better, really. They're all what you call Antichrist or false prophets, and all part of the New Age theology. And the name Yoda, which is another name for a demon. So, yeah, George Lucas knew what he was doing when he created Star Wars. I'm sure he channeled like a lot of this stuff. So, what I was saying about his character Anakin, remember Anak? That name is he used, and I'm sure he got his knowledge from the Bible and kind of encrypted the names into his characters to make you think that these were good people who are fighting the good fight, the good side, what they call the force, and which is nothing but witchcraft. That's all it is. Okay, I've kind of finished what I want to say there, basically. I have really a lot to say about Star Wars, but actually, I don't know, if I do have time later on, I'll explain more about why I think it's not a good thing to be enthused in the Star Wars films at all, or anything at all about Star Wars. It's all satanic, really, and we need to stay away from this. Okay, now what I need to share with you now is well, I'm getting close towards the end here. I only have 15 minutes on this, so I'll just go ahead and end it here, so I'll just continue discussing in the next video. So remember what I have mentioned here, which is going to be important in part 2. So I'll see you guys over there. Hopefully that you'll meet me over there, and y'all take care. Jesus loves you all, and give your life to him today. If you don't know him today, we're not guaranteed another tomorrow. And y'all take care? I don't know. And but I'll see you in part 2. Bye bye now.